Spiritual bypassing. From my perspective, spiritual bypassing happens when you go on your spiritual journey and you embrace the love and light of this world, the high vibrational energies, and yet you deny the darkness and shadow aspects that reside within you. Today within this video, I'm going to be speaking with you about what spiritual bypassing is, how you can identify it so that you can connect with your own inner shadow, those wounds within you, and bring them to light. Because I personally believe that in order to embrace the love and light of this world, you have to honor the wholeness of who you are, which is the love and light and the shadow that resides within you as well. That's where you will achieve that state of unification within. When you deny your shadow aspects and those wounds within you, they will only amplify more each and every day. And the more at which you prolong your healing, the more at which they intensify within you. So within this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the different forms of bypassing your shadow or spiritual bypassing, as I've mentioned, and also how you can begin to connect with those wounds within so that you can heal some of those shadow aspects. But before we get started, I wanted to share with you a post that I came across on Facebook the other day, because personally I found this to be the real definition of spiritual bypassing in many ways when it comes to connecting with your shadow. So let me share that with you here before we dive into the actual video itself. So spiritual bypassing, and this is what I came across on Facebook, as I mentioned. All the shadow is an illusion, because once you step into the light of your true self, it dissipates. The darkness isn't an actual substance, it is simply the absence of light of consciousness. Self-awareness is this light. Know thyself, and ye shall come to know thy world. Wow. I came across that and I thought, wow, that is incredibly damaging to so many people. Now, your shadow from a psychological perspective, and this is what Jung had said many, many years ago, was that it's the suppressed and repressed emotions that have been locked away for many, many years. Those aspects of yourself that you don't want to see. And this is very natural for each and every one of us. And what I will say is that both myself and you have already gone through this phase of spiritual bypassing. Maybe you are in this phase at the moment, but it happens when you are conditioned in many ways. You are conditioned to live your life, by society, culture, religion, and their values and beliefs passed on to you by your parents, like I've mentioned in so many other videos. Now, there are good aspects of conditioning, and there are negative and bad aspects of conditioning. And those bad aspects or negative aspects will come to form your shadow. So all of those conditions at which you went through, if you've gone through difficult and challenging experiences, they will form your shadow over the years and become those suppressed and repressed emotions. And when you go on your spiritual journey, what tends to happen is that your shadow comes to the surface and comes to the light in order for you to heal them. Now, that doesn't mean that your shadow is an illusion, and just by stepping into the high vibrational energies of love and light that you can dissipate these aspects within you. Definitely not. You really have to get to the root cause of where these wounds reside within you, where they lie. Sadly, I have worked with a number of people over the years who have experienced a lot of abuse, neglect, and other, terrible experiences in their lives. When it comes to healing themselves, they have a huge journey to go through in order to really embrace the love and light in who they are. So if you are someone who has experienced a lot of abuse and neglect in your life, you will have a journey at which you go through. And the journey may be challenging to begin with, but soon enough you will find your way and you will find the light. But the journey is the destination, and you really have to honor it. But when someone says that the shadow is illusion, in many ways it's denying these people of their experiences and what they've gone through in their lives. And so if you are someone that's gone through this, you've got to really honor yourself and the situations of which you've experienced in your life. I always say to people, gently connect with your shadow and those wounds within. Take that step into that lake where you first dip your toes in the water. Slowly connect with your shadow and begin to love those wounded aspects that are within you. You don't need to take that deep dive in first of all, because that can be re-traumatizing for you. But I wanted to share that with you first. But there are many aspects or ways in which you can spiritually bypass. One of which is denying and rejecting those shadow aspects and wounds within you, which I've just spoken with you about as well. Also, at the same time, you can spiritually bypass by not allowing yourself to see the truth or plight within others, because other people may treat you out of integrity and not with that love and kindness. And let's say you love these people, you really care for these people, which in many ways we always care for those who are close to us. And if they are people that act out of integrity and are not honest with you and they hurt you, if you are holding up this lens of truth that they are very loving and caring towards you, then you're only denying aspects of yourself and seeing the pain at which they've caused you. And sadly, again, what I wanted to mention is that these can be family members, they can be friends, they can be distant people which you hold so dear to your heart. But if you're not allowing yourself to see people as who they are, then they could potentially cause you a lot of harm in the future. So you have to acknowledge the wound and the pain within you, in which these people may have caused you or projected onto you, so that you can connect with that feeling within, maybe that abandonment, that neglect in which you feel, so that you can heal, you begin to love yourself and move on your path in a way that you can step into the light. Because this is all about stepping into the darkness and shadow and bringing it to light. And we can deny shadow aspects within ourselves and wounds within ourselves, and we can deny how we view friendships or people we connect with on a daily basis. But we can also collectively deny the shadow that is around us with the world that is around us. And you could say, with regards to what is happening in the world right now, and if you are denying the shadow aspects and the wounds within the collective, then again we can't bring that to the light in order to transform it. And I believe each and every one of us on our spiritual journey who wants to shift the consciousness of the world around us, you have to really embrace those shadow aspects of the collective to bring them to light in order to assist the evolution of our world, you know. But these are just some of my views and perspectives, and I'm sure you can relate to them as well. But one thing I also wanted to mention before I close out this video is that in many ways your shadow is that storm at which you go through. You begin your journey by awakening, and this is where you awaken first of all to those shadow aspects within. And as you go on your journey, you learn to heal those wounds and embrace who you are. And that's when you begin to step into the light. But you will go through this storm. But on the other side of this storm is where the sun rises once more. And you begin to embrace the beauty and wholeness of who you are. And with that, I wanted to share with you another image which I found on social media as well yesterday that I'm sure you'll love, and it'll be the perfect thing to close out this video. So this is the image here. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. And that is what the storm is all about. And that is absolutely beautiful. And this is all about embracing the wholeness and beauty of who you are, as I've mentioned. If you would like to find out more about how you can honor and heal those shadow aspects and wounds within you, please be sure to check out my course on Udemy, which is all about honoring and healing your shadow. And I only published it 2 or 3 months ago, and I do believe it's an incredibly valuable course right now for each and every one of us to really connect with those wounds within and begin to love ourselves, because all the shadow and darkness wants to do is be loved and accepted. So you can check out that course below this video in the description. You can find a link to it. And with that, I will say take care, much love, and I do look forward to connecting with you in another video very soon. Bye for now. Awaken your soul pathway and shift from self to soul. Download our free app on the Google Play Store, where you can disconnect from your mind in order to reconnect with your soul as you awaken to your spiritual journey and connect with your soul from within. Learn from one of our many courses available on Udemy. We have our Archetypes for Life program, where you can connect with your inner world in order to transform your outer world. We also have your Awaken Your Inner Warrior course, where you can learn how to balance your masculine and feminine within. You can even take the journey of divine love to embrace your soulmate or twin flame. Or you can honor and heal your shadow as you shift it from darkness to light. Gain deeper insights from spirit as you connect with your soul and awaken your soul pathway with our Soul Pathway Oracle cards. Visit www.thesoulpathway.com for more information.